our captains from our team go out for the toss of the coin.
This is Logan Seeley live from Benson, Arizona with Cool FM as the Benson Bobcats are getting ready to take on the Santa Rita Eagles out of Tucson, Arizona. And it's currently 79 degrees with a little breeze, so it's feeling like a little bit of sweater weather here in Benson. This game is going to be brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. The Ed Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawely Automotive Group, now serving Cochise County. Ed Morse Automotive Group Sierra Vista will be about supporting the community and giving you the best vehicle buying experience possible. We are committed to making a long-lasting, positive relationship with the community. Stop in today and experience the difference. The Sherry EHTELL team at Long Realty, proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963. The Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Their new physical therapy department is open in Hereford. Physical therapy clinics in Bisbee and Douglas also provide the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment with one of our doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, proud to sponsor our local youth sports coverage. Come into Sonic every Wednesday for Wacky Pack Wednesday, where kids' meals are only $2.49 with no limit. Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our #1 choice for pest control in Cochise County. Veteran owned and operated with your satisfaction. Mike's Guarantee on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all your landscaping needs, serving Cochise County. Visit them on Facebook or call 520-456-8945. Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Ryan Boulevard, now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sierra Vista Medical Group, when you experience an illness or injury, Sierra Vista Medical Group is here. We are doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love. Dedicated to helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with a provider today. Visit svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. And last but not least, Saguaro Air Solutions, LLC of Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Saguaro Air Solutions, a locally owned and operated company offering heating and cooling system servicing, repair, and replacement, plus certified duct cleanings. Call 520-699-4237 to learn about our limited time offer of $85 for furnace service, available during September and redeemable in October. Go to saguaroairsolutions.com. And it looks like the Bobcats are going to kick the ball off to start this ball game here tonight. And this should be, I want to say, a fairly easy game for the Bobcats. But these Eagles know how to fight. And that's what they're going to come in here hoping to be able to do tonight.
Number one, Wayne starts.
And they're going to line up to get ready to start this ball game.
Back to the Eagles, goes number 38, Omar Wright.
And this crowd here tonight, they're so hyped to see their Bobcats in action. Once again, playing the Eagles. And he's going to kick it off. And it's going to be fielded about the 20. And he's going to bring it down the middle, trying to stutter and make a move. And it looks like the ball is going to be stripped on the first play of the game. And the Bobcats are going to get the ball on the first play of the game. The opening kickoff of the game. A fumble for the Eagles. And the Bobcats are going to take over in Eagle territory to start this game tonight. And this will be 1st and 10 for this offense that I saw struggle a little bit and then get clicking in the second half against Phoenix Christian. And they're hoping they can come out with a tough start tonight and apply the pressure all game long. They're going to have 4 out wide, and they're going to run it down the middle. Number 3,
Flint Davis with the ball.
Flint Davis, who's going to be their power running back and their elusive running back, who's going to be their do-it-all guy in the backfield. And he's going to get 8 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 2. And he's going to drop back to pass. That's going to be number 9 for the Bobcats. Rolling out, getting the first down and then some. And he's going to be tackled out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. And that's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Bobcats.
First down, Bobcats.
And they're going to keep those sticks down on the field. And this is going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats on their 3rd play of the game. Dawson Judd, back at quarterback, who's had a phenomenal year this season. And he's going to run a jet pass to the right side, and he's going to get tackled inside the 5. That's going to be number 2 for the Bobcats, Andrew Workman.
Number 40 on the stop, Joey Danusio.
And this will be second and goal inside the 5 for the Bobcats. And they're going to try to score early. Less than a minute and a half into this game, already inside the Eagles' 5-yard line. And he's going to fumble the snap, but he's going to pick it up and try to make something happen. And he's going to run down the middle, and he's going to gain about what looks like 1 yard. And this will be third and goal. And they're going to motion number 6 across, down to the slot. And they're going to run a roll play. And he's going to find him on the outside. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Bobcats. And that's going to be touchdown number 1 of the night. Less than 2 minutes into this ball game by a second. That's going to make the score 6-0 with 10 minutes, 1 second left in the first quarter. And the Bobcats are going to punch one in for the first score of the night on a fumble recovery on the kickoff. And they're going to get ready to kick the extra point here.
Number 65 coming in for the Bobcats, James Murray.
And that kick will be up. And that's going to be good. And now Benson's kickoff team is going to come on the field once again, trying to make another forced fumble. And this is going to be important to keep Benson behind the sticks so that the Eagles defense doesn't have to apply much pressure and can force them to make their own mistakes. And that's what we call stick talk in football. Keeping teams behind the sticks and knowing where your sticks are. It is going to be the second kickoff of the night for the Bobcats, less than 2 minutes into this game, with leading 7-0. And that touchdown is going to be brought to you by the Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community all throughout Cochise County. As the Bobcats are going to get ready to kick the ball off here. And that kick's going to be deep once again. Fielded at the 15 this time. And he's going to try to break it to the outside this time. And he's going to break a few tackles. And it looks like the Benson defense is going to come onto the field for the first time tonight, hoping to get some pressure on this offense.
28, Tyler Russian on the stop for the Bobcats. The Eagles will take over on about the 35-yard line. 34.
And this is going to be first and 10 from the 34-yard line for the Santa Rita High School Eagles out of Tucson, Arizona. And they're going to line up with 2 in the backfield and 3 out wide. 1 tight in the slot on the far side. And this will be first and 10. They're going to motion their slot. And they're going to try to run it down the middle, and he's going to get stopped for a loss of what looks like 1. Excuse me, they're going to mark it. The refs had 2 different markings, and that's going to be a loss of 1. And that's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Eagles coming into Benson tonight. And they're going to try to figure out the mismatches, figure out the weaknesses of this Benson defense before they can try to get rolling on offense. And in my opinion, there aren't really many. So they're going to have a hard time trying to find those tonight. And they're going to run a toss to the near side. And he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield. That's going to be number 3, Flint Davis, in on the tackle. And he's going to swallow him up with a group effort in the backfield. A joint tackle between him and Abraham Figueroa in the backfield. It is going to be 3rd and what looks like about 8 for the Eagles, trying to get something going on offense. And they're going to line up in the same set. And he's going to get the snap, roll out, drop back to pass, and he's going to throw one deep. And that's going to be just too deep for the receiver to catch it. And that's going to be 4th down for the Eagles.
Bringing up 4th down 18 for the Eagles.
And their quarterback's going to go to the sideline, get the play call. And I wonder if they're going to punt it here or not. I haven't seen much film on this team, so I don't know if they're going to punt the ball or if they're going to try to run and go for it on 4th down and give Benson the ball in Eagle territory once again. And it looks like their quarterback is going to be their punter. And so he's going to drop back to punt. He's going to be back deep. And Benson's going to have, I believe, number 4 back deep. That's going to be Raleigh Evans to return for the Bobcats. And that's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds.
And the Bobcats are going to take over in their own territory. And they're going to show how explosive their offense is. Scoring in 4 plays last drive.
Who's also their quarterback.
And this will be 1st and 10.
Marking it on the 20.
And they're going to mark this on the 27 instead of the 30, excuse me. But it looked like the ball went out at about the 30, but that's A-okay. And this will be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats here. And they're going to motion their wideout, number 13, across the play. And he's going to drop back to pass, finding a hook route on the sideline. And that's going to be number 4, Raleigh Evans for the Bobcats. Catching it and getting out of bounds and getting a 1st down.
4th out of bounds by number 40, Joey.
And they are going to move those sticks down the field. And he's going to go down at the 39-yard line, just in front of the 1st down. And they're going to motion number 3, Flint Davis, across the formation, finding him on a rollout. And he's going to catch it, and he's going to go down the sideline, and he's going to break one loose down the sideline. And I'm going to check if there are any flags, and it looks like there's not. Number 3, Flint Davis, in for the 2nd Bobcat touchdown tonight. And that's going to make the score 13-0. 7:52 left here in the 1st quarter in Benson, Arizona. And they're going to score just like that once again. And that's going to be the 2nd touchdown of the night, making the score 13-0. And they're going to go for the extra point here. And if you guys get any score updates from around Cochise County, any of the teams that are playing, please put them in the chat so I can keep up with those games as well. And it looks like the kick is going to be good. And that's going to make this score 14-0, taking an early lead on the Eagles. And the Bobcats playing their fight song, and this crowd is excited. Everybody getting into it. Alumni, students, everybody in the crowd is excited for this Bobcats game tonight. And this is only the beginning. This is the 1st quarter still. And the Bobcats are going to kick the ball off for the 3rd time tonight.
Good job, Cats.
And they're currently going to be ranked I believe 17th in the 2A division. So they're going to try to make a playoff push later in the year. And this game could just set them apart from the other teams trying to do the same thing. We have Tombstone, Wilcox, essentially all of the teams in the 2A San Pedro region, trying to make a playoff push. And that's going to be something we haven't seen for a while. Tombstone making the playoffs, and it looks like somebody's going to come off the field for an injury. And Tombstone made the playoffs last year, but I believe them and Wilcox were the only 2A San Pedro teams. And so this is going to be an exciting thing for all the Cochise County teams in the 2A San Pedro to possibly make a playoff push and get in, with the Yellow Jackets currently being ranked 25th out of a 16-team bracket. And the Eagles are going to take over from the 29, and this is going to be first down. They're going to try to run it down the middle once again, and he's going to get swallowed up by the Bobcats defense. And that's going to be number 55, Buck Garrett, in on the tackle for the Bobcats. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10, gaining no yards on the play. And this Bobcats defense is playing tough football tonight. And the Eagles going to get the play call into the huddle. And I have a feeling they're going to line up in the same formation. 2 in the backfield, 3 out wide. And that's exactly what they are going to do on this 2nd and 10. And this is going to be another play, another drive where they tried to force a 3 and out here for the Eagles. And he's going to roll out to pass, rolling out, but he's going to get sacked by number 11, Harley Van Warmer. And that's going to be a huge sack. And I believe we are streaming the Tombstone Catalina game. And that's going to be an important game for Tombstone. Another 2A San Pedro game just like this one. And Tombstone's going to try to catch another win after getting a huge win against, at the time, number 6 ranked Tanca Verde at home on their homecoming week. And so they're going to try to keep this momentum from last week going into this week and catch a big win against Catalina in their region. And there's going to be 3rd and 16 for the Eagles. And he's going to run a quarterback dive, and he's going to get tackled a yard in front of the line by number 11, Harley Van Warmer again. And this is going to bring up 4th down.
4th down, 14.
And they're going to have number 4, Raleigh Evans, back to return once again for the Bobcats.
Number 4, Raleigh Evans. Deep back.
And the Bobcats making a statement tonight. Currently 2-1 in the region. So with a win tonight, it'll move them up to 3-1. And that means 2 out of their 3 wins are against region opponents. And he's going to punt the ball, and that's going to be a short punt. And the coach is going to catch it on the sideline, and everybody's excited about it. And the Bobcats are going to take over in Eagles territory once again. And they're going to mark this ball on the 47 for the Bobcats. And they're going to try to score in less than 4 plays again.
Good job. Bobcats are taking over on the 46-yard line of the Eagles. First down catch.
This is going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Stacking the box. And the Eagles are going to have their corners staying out wide. And they're going to drop back to pass. Dawson Judd making something out of his feet. And he's going to go down the sideline, making some moves. And he's going to go all the way for a touchdown for the Bobcats on the first play of the drive. But there will be a flag on the play. And I believe that's going to be a block in the back on the Bobcats. And that call looks like it might be coming back. And I'm waiting on this call from the referee, and that's exactly what the call will be, block in the back. And it looks like that touchdown run by Dawson Judd is going to come back.
Penalty against the Bobcats.
And you hate to see it, but that was a great run by number 9, Dawson Judd, feeling pressure, getting out of the pocket, and weaving through traffic, and breaking some tackles, making some truck sticks, being a little elusive and going down the sideline and scoring, staying in bounds. And it's a shame that's going to be called back, but this will be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats once again. And they're going to motion this running back across and then back. And that's going to be an end around to number 2 for the Bobcats. And he's going to break a tackle. And he's going to go for a first down. And he's going to weave through traffic. And that's going to be number 2, Andrew Workman, gaining, I believe, 20 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up another 1st and 10 for the Bobcats tonight. 3rd play of the drive, so I'm keeping track of how fast they're going to score. And they're going to empty the backfield. Throwing one deep. Number 6. 3rd play of the drive. Benson's going to score. Number 6, David Harris, in for the touchdown. And that's going to make this score 20-0. 4 minutes, 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Bobcats on top. And they're just showing their offense rolling tonight. And they might have heard me up in the booth saying that they could not get rolling in the first half against Phoenix Christian. And now they're trying to prove me wrong up here. And they're going to go to kick the extra point. And he's going to make it. And that's going to make this score 21-0 here in this 4 minutes, 8 seconds left in this first quarter, excuse me. And that touchdown and extra point will be brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawely Automotive, now serving Cochise County. The Ed Morse Automotive Group's here, Vista, will be about supporting the community and giving you the best vehicle buying experience possible. We're committed to making a long-lasting, positive relationship with the community. Stop in today and experience the difference, as well as the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, who's proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. As the Bobcats are going to get ready to kick the ball off once again tonight.
$2 for a bag of popcorn, and it's brought to you.
To this Eagles offense, who's gone 3 and out on their first 2 drives. And he's going to field it. And he's going to try to make a couple men miss, and he will. He'll break a tackle, but then get swallowed up after trying to come back across the field by number 24, Jesse Pierce, in on the tackle on special teams, and he's going to come off the field. And the Bobcats defense is going to come back on the field again, not allowing a first down yet tonight. And there will be 3 minutes, 58 seconds left in this first quarter in Benson, Arizona. Benson on top, 21-0. And Santa Rita going to line up in a flipped version of their last formation, motioning their guy across. And they're going to run a toss to the near side. And he's going to get tackled behind the line once again for a loss of 1. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Buck Garrett making the tackle in the backfield. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Bobcats. And this clock will continue to roll.
$2 for a bag of popcorn.
And the Bobcats here tonight making a statement, a huge statement, I believe, in this first quarter. And hopefully they can keep it going throughout the game. It's a little too early to say anything, but it looks like they might come out of here with a blowout win. And they're going to motion their man across again, and they're going to fake a toss, but they won't fall for it. That's going to be number 11 for the Bobcats in on the tackle. Harley Van Warmer again making another tackle for loss. And I believe that's his 3rd one. He had 2 last drive and 1 to start this drive, and that's going to bring up 3rd and I believe 18 for the Eagles. And they're going to have to pass it here if they want to get a first down.
See, so Crowley just picked up a bag of popcorn for $2. Way to go, Saul.
And they're going to take a little second in this huddle The quarterback's still trying to get the play call. You can see him on the sideline. And the coach is trying to tell him exactly what to do, trying to tell him what reads to make this a successful play and try to get a first down or gain some yards and even set up a fourth down situation where they can go for it. And they're going to call a timeout to try and explain this call to his team and what he's telling the quarterback and what he sees on this defense and the gaps he sees. And Benson, so far tonight, putting on a show. 2 minutes left in the first quarter, leading 21-0.
Just keep working the crowd.
And this timeout is going to be brought to you by BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963, and the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Their new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. Physical therapy clinics in Bisbee and Douglas also provide the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435.
They'll be back. Benson Bobcat concession stand operated by the Benson.
And this is going to be a long timeout.
And they're being assisted by
And this will be 3rd and 18 for the Eagles. And the referee's getting ready to blow their whistle, tell them to break the timeout. And that's exactly what they're going to do here. And the Eagles and the Bobcats are going to take the field for this 3rd down. And they're going to line up with 3 out wide, 2 in the backfield once again. And the Benson defense will have no safeties on top. And he's going to roll out to pass, chucking one deep for his receiver. And that's going to be intercepted by the Bobcats. And that's going to be an arm punt. And that's going to be Raleigh Evans, number 4, with the interception on 3rd down. And the Bobcats offense is going to take the field tonight. And so far, they've taken 3 plays and 4 plays to score. So I'm going to see how long they take on this drive to try to get another touchdown on the board here. And they're going to line up in their base formation. Flint Davis in the backfield, getting the handoff down the middle, and he's going to break one loose for a touchdown on the first play of the drive once again. They scored on the last play, the first play of the last drive, and it got called back for a block on the back, and it looks like this one will not be called back. That's going to be number 3, Flint Davis for the Bobcats, in for the touchdown, making the score 27-0. Early in this game with 1:37 left in the first quarter, and they're going to go for the extra point here. And this kicker hasn't missed one yet, so I hope I don't jinx him saying that.
The kick is up.
And it looks like I did not jinx him, and that's going to be an extra point attempt. Good once again, and that's going to make this score 28-0 for the Bobcats. And they're going to play this fight song once again, and it sounds like I'm going to hear it all night long. I might even be hearing it in my dreams tonight. And the Bobcats kickoff team is getting ready to go and take the field once again. And that touchdown will be brought to you by the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, who's proud to sponsor our local youth sports coverage. Come into Sonic every Wednesday for Wacky Pack Wednesday, where kids' meals are only $2.49 with no limit, as well as Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our #1 choice for pest control in Cochise County. Veteran owned and operated with your satisfaction, Mike's Guarantee, on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. As the Bobcats are getting ready to kick the ball off deep once again, and that's going to be fielded by number 38 from the 15. And he's going to try to go down the middle, and he's going to be swallowed up by the Bobcats. number 38 for Santa Rita, Omar Wright, returning the kickoff and trying to make some magic.
With the initial wrap for the Bobcats.
And this is going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And they're going to look to get something going and try to get their first down of the night on this drive. And they're going to get their play call in the huddle. And they're going to line up 3 out wide once again. Omar Wright in the slot, who's been motioning across all night for these jet tosses. And they're going to have one in the backfield this time. And they're going to roll out to pass, looking for Omar Wright. And that's going to be in and out of his hands. And it looks like the Benson defense was there. But there will be a flag at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like it might be a holding call on the Eagles. And that's exactly what it's going to be. And that's going to be a tough break for the Eagles, who are trying to get something rolling tonight and catch their first win of the year. And the Bobcats
brings 1st down 20 for the Eagles on the 15-yard line.
Getting a win last week against Palo Verde, another region win, 48-6. And next week they play Catalina, who's currently playing Tombstone tonight. And then Wilcox at Wilcox, and then at Tanque Verde. And excuse me, they're playing Wilcox at home. And that's going to be a big game for the two-way playoff implications. And then they move to play Tanque Verde in their last game of the year at Tanque Verde High School. And this is going to be 1st and 20. And that's going to be incomplete. Trying to find Omar Wright once again on the sideline. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 20 once again for the Eagles. After getting a holding call on 1st down. And the Bobcats applying this pressure on the quarterback. He has not been able to sit in the pocket all night long. And Santa Rita coming off a tough loss against Catalina. At Catalina, losing 36-0 in a region game. And a tough loss to San Pascal to start their season, where they scored 14 points. And I believe that's going to be their season high. Losing 48-14 in that game. And that's going to be another tackle in the backfield by Harley Van Wormer. And that's going to be his 4th tackle for a loss tonight. He's gotten one on every drive. And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 25, I believe.
3rd down long for the Eagles.
And they're going to have to drop back to pass it deep here. And this Benson defense is ready for what's coming. It looks like they're going to try to line up in a shallow cover 2. Number 12 and number 1 for the Bobcats. Back to play safety. Number 1, Wayne Stark. And number 12, Cohen Barney. Back at safeties. And excuse me, they're going to run what looks like a run play here on 3rd and long, and they're going to try to set up a punt on 4th down.
Number 7, Hunter Rogers.
And I believe Raleigh Evans is going to be back to return once again for the Bobcats. And that was going to be the last play of the 1st quarter tonight. And your time will expire in the 1st quarter. The Bobcats on top, 28-0 to finish this 1st quarter. And they will take their time getting down to the sideline.
Sponsored by the Benson Bobcat Alumni Association, with assistance by Benson's, FFA, hamburgers, hot dogs, then
In this 4th down and start of the 2nd quarter is going to be brought to you by Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all your landscaping needs, serving Cochise County. Visit them on Facebook or call 520-456-8945. And Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the Bobcats getting ready to take the field on 4th down. Back deep to return is going to be Raleigh Evans, number 4. And they're playing their fight song once again here on 4th and I believe 22 for the Eagles. And they're going to be deep to punt. They're going to be deep to punt. And number 4, Raleigh Evans, back to return for the Bobcats. And he's going to try to make a splash play on special teams. And he's going to be at about midfield, expecting a deeper punt than what I've seen tonight so far. Quarterback for the Eagles punting. And he's not listed on the roster, so I do not know what his name is fully. But that punt will drop down and catch a neutral bounce at the 34-yard line for the Bobcats. And they're going to take over in Eagles territory once again tonight. And they're going to try to punch maybe 1 or 2 more in before they start taking their starters out and resting them for the game next week. And a tough week of practice.
5 p.m. Tickets for $35. Stop by the BBC's table and purchase a ticket. And they'll have you scan a code.
And this is going to be 1st and 10
for $35 each.
For the Bobcats from the 34-yard line. And he's going to drop back to pass, finding number 4 on the sideline, who's going to try to break a tackle. But he will not be able to break it, but he will carry him for a few yards, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Bobcats. And this ball will be marked at the 22-yard line.
1st down for the Bobcats.
And that's going to be number 4, Raleigh Evans, in on the reception, once again calling his name tonight. And they're going to line up with 2 out wide. Flint Davis in the backfield, breaking off a long run for a touchdown last drive. And he's going to drop back to pass. Pocket. And he's going to find a receiver. And that's going to be incomplete. 2 receivers in the area. Raleigh Evans and David Harris in the area, but he just threw it in the middle of the 2. Couldn't find the open receiver. And this is going to be 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. And I believe this is only their second down of the night. Correct me if I'm wrong, but their offense has been rolling, and this is going to be the 3rd play of their drive. And he's going to hand it off to number 2, Andrew Workman, on the end around. And Andrew Workman will punch one in for another touchdown for the Bobcats. And that's going to make this score 34-0 with 11 minutes and 3 seconds left in this 2nd quarter. And they're pulling away pretty early for a football game. And that's going to be Andrew Workman in on the touchdown for the Bobcats. And they're going to go for the extra point here. And the kick is going to be up and good for the Bobcats, making the score 35-0 with 11 minutes left on the clock in this 1st half. And the Bobcats kickoff team getting ready to take the field once again. And we haven't seen their kick return unit yet. But this kickoff team has been doing all they need to do, as well as this defense and offense, to where I don't know if I really want to see the kick return team until the opening kickoff of the 2nd half. And this is going to be their sixth time on the field so far this game. And the Bobcats scoring again in less than 4 plays every drive. So I want to see if that's a theme that can continue throughout this game. And this ball will be fielded at the 12-yard line by number 38, Omar Wright, for the Eagles. And he's going to get ankle tackled at the 7-yard line. Coming in hot. Number 12, Cohen Barney, in on the tackle. And that's a big-time stop for the Bobcats on the kickoff unit. And they're going to get the ball inside their own 10-yard line. And the Bobcats defense will take the field once again, trying to get another 3 and out on this Eagles team. And they're going to break the huddle here on 1st and 10, lining up in a lining up in their base formation. And they're going to motion their slot across. And there will be a flag on the play. And that flag is going to be a false start on the offense, and that's going to move them back. And the ref started walking the wrong way. We corrected it before he could get 5 yards.
5-yard penalty assessed against the Eagles.
And they're taking a little time spotting the ball.
On the 5-yard line.
And they're going to mark this ball on the 5-yard line for the Eagles, and that's going to bring up 1st and 15. And the Eagles calling another huddle, and the ref is going to talk to them in the huddle for a little bit. And they're going to break the huddle on 1st and 15 to start their first drive of the second quarter. And they're going to line up in the same package, motioning number 33 across. And they're going to try to run it up the middle, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. And they're going to lose 1 yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 16.
Number 60 on the stop for the Bobcats, Tyson Kilpatrick. No gain on the
And the
play.
Bobcats giving up absolutely nothing tonight. I believe they're negative 30 yards given up. So they're in deep in yardage right now. So they're going to hope they can keep them in the negative yards for the rest of the game tonight. On 2nd and 16 for the Eagles. And the Bobcats going to line up. I believe they're going to blitz a linebacker here, and they're going to motion him across. And that's exactly what they're going to do. And this quarterback trying to get out of his end zone. And he's going to get tackled for a loss. And that's going to be a loss of 1. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 17 for the Eagles. And they're going to try to force another 3 and out here and let their offense take the field once again. And the weather out here is just perfect. It's not too hot. And in the pads, it can get hot. So they're getting a little refresher. Anytime they come to the sideline, they can take their helmet off to make sure they're not getting too hot. And they're going to maintain a normal body temperature. And this will be 3rd and 17 for the Eagles here. And they're going to line up in their normal formation that we've seen all night. Motioning number 33 across once again. And they're going to try to run it down the middle, and the Bobcats will be there again to stop them. And that's going to be a gain of about a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th and 16 for the Eagles.
Number 60 and number 28 on the stop for the Bobcats. Tyler Russian and number 60, Tyson Kilpatrick.
And the Bobcats are going to be back to return, switching out their returner to number 24, Jesse Pierce. Evan Raleigh having a game tonight, getting ready to take the field on offense with his quarterback and his receivers and his linemen. The Bobcats currently leading 35-0 here in Benson, Arizona. And this is going to be 4th down, and the Eagles are going to be back to punt. And that's going to be a solid punt. And he's going to try to field it, but he will drop it, but it's going to go out of bounds at the 36-yard line. And the Eagles defense taking the field once again against a tough Bobcats offense rolling tonight. And I'm going to keep track of their plays this drive too. And they're going to line up one in the backfield once again. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from the 36. And Dawson Judd back to pass once again, looking for an open receiver. And he's going to find one, but the ball just can't get there. The pressure in his face. Number 11, Harley Van Wormer, the receiver on the play. And Dawson Judd dropping a rare incompletion. And this is going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. Lined up in the same formation. And he's going to hand it off to number 3, Flint Davis, down the middle. And he's going to break some tackles and keep pushing for yards.
Number 3, Flint Davis, breaking tackles.
And he's going to get the 1st down.
44 on the stop.
And this is going to be the 3rd play of the drive coming up. They're going to line up in their same formation once again. Dawson Judd back to pass, rolling out, finding an open receiver. And that's going to be caught in the back of the end zone, but it looked like he could not get a foot down in the back corner. Number 4, the intended target.
Reception was made just out of bounds.
Evan Raleigh. And this is going to be the 4th play of the drive for the Bobcats, who are currently on top 35-0 with 7 minutes, 14 seconds left in this first half. And they're going to line up in the same formation on 2nd and 10 once again. And they're going to run it outside with number 3, Flint Davis, who's reading his blockers, and he's going to get in for another touchdown. And that's going to be his 2nd touchdown of the night for the Bobcats. And that's going to make this score 41-0 with 7 minutes, 2 seconds left in the first half. And that's going to be his 2nd touchdown of the night on the 4th play of the drive. And they're going to go to try to kick the field goal here. And the extra point attempt will be good once again, and that's going to make the score 42-0 with 7 minutes, 2 seconds left in the first half. Bobcats on top, 42-0. And that touchdown will be brought to you by Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the Sierra Vista Medical Group. When you experience an illness or injury, Sierra Vista Medical Group is here. We are doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love. Dedicated to helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with a provider today. Visit svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500 for more information. And the Bobcats kickoff team getting ready to take the field once again. It's going to be a shorter kickoff than they've had. Omar Wright back to return. And he's going to go out of bounds on the near sideline
With the kick return.
at about the 35. Excuse me, they're going to mark him out at the 30. And this will be 1st and 10 for the Santa Rita High School Eagles. And they're going to run this clock. Seeing as the score is 42-0, this clock will be running for the rest of the game. The only time the clock will stop is timeouts, injuries, and I believe that's it. And the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. And they're going to try to get a first down here. And if you're the Eagles, you're going for small goals now. And they're going to line up in their base formation once again. And he's going to drop back to pass, finding a linebacker. And that's going to be intercepted for the Bobcats. Number 80. Colton Deskins getting an interception. The sophomore, 5'6", 130 pounds, getting an interception, making a big play for the Bobcats. And their offense will take the field once again. Currently leading 42-0. And they are going to roll this clock. Change of possession will stop the clock. Will stop the clock as well. So this is going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. And Dawson Judd finding his receiver, rolling out Andrew Workman. And he's going to make a cut, make a move, break a tackle, and continue to fight for yards on the far sideline. And that's going to be 1st and 10 and bring up the second play of the drive. And this Bobcats offense is having a game tonight. Currently leading 42-0 with 5 minutes left in the first half. And they're going to line up in their formation with Trips on the near side next to the line. And he's going to drop back to pass, trying to find an open receiver. And he will. That's going to be number 13 for the Bobcats, in for the touchdown. Jason Santo in for a touchdown. That's going to make this score 48-0 here in Benson. And the Bobcats are going to go for an extra point attempt here. And he's going to go ahead and kick it through the uprights once again, and that's going to make this score 49-0. And the Bobcats kickoff team taking the field once again. And this is going to be what looks like a blowout early in the first half. It started, and now it's going to continue on throughout this second half. On top 49-0 before halftime. And that touchdown is going to be brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. As the Bobcats are getting the ball, getting ready to kick off once again. And the Bobcats getting ready to kick the ball off once again. And that's going to be a deep kick. Fielded by Omar Wright once again. And he's going to try to make some cuts, make some moves. And he almost made a man miss, but he got him by the ankles. And he's going to be tackled at the 25-yard line. Renee Larda on the tackle. And the Bobcats defense is going to take over once again. After getting an interception from the sophomore last drive. Number 80 getting the interception. And then scoring on the, I believe, second play of the drive. So they're scoring quickly, showing some offensive efficiency, and that's what I like to see out of Benson. And this game is in Benson, Arizona, so Santa Rita having to play against the Benson home crowd, which is tough. And this quarterback going to gain some yards, and it looks like he's going to gain 5 yards down the middle. Number 21, and his name is not listed on the roster, so I do not know his name. But that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 with just under 2 minutes left in the first half. And the Bobcats are going to take over. And I say take over, but their defense really has been taking over this game so far, allowing no first downs so far in this first half. And hopefully they can keep that up. But this Eagles team is playing tough right now. And so I don't want this scoreboard to try and reflect their character or morale. They are continuing to play tough, being down 49. And they're going to send Omar Wright in motion. And the quarterback's going to keep it and be tackled after gaining, I believe, 2 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Eagles, who are knocking on the door of getting a first down. And the Bobcats are signaling that this is money down.
3rd and 3 for the Eagles with 50 seconds remaining.
It is going to be 3rd and 3 for the Santa Rita Eagles. 45 seconds left in this first half. And they're playing their fight song once again on the drums. And there's going to be 3rd and 3, and they're running a lot of time off of this clock. And so I wonder if they're going to try to score, just try to get the first down, and then go into the locker room and get coached up at halftime. And they're going to motion Omar Wright across, running a toss to the left side. And he's going to get a first down for the Eagles. And that's going to run down the rest of the clock. And that's going to be their first down of the night. Benson on top, 49-0 at halftime in Benson, Arizona.
Number 28 was on the last stop.
And I'm going to try to get some score updates from around the county.
I'd like to thank our scoreboard sponsors. We have PROPANE and Haymore Realty and Pepsi. We also have gold sponsors, the Freedom Storage, Bisbee and Accounting, George's Auto, Copper Lodge Realty, the National Bank of Arizona, Weber Drilling, Superloop Plus, Homes, Benson Fuel, and Alpha Home Services. Our silver sponsors.
Bisbee's playing on the road tonight against Palo Verde at Palo Verde High School in a region game, and Bisbee's going to try to move up to 6-1. And Tombstone, playing Catalina High School at home. And Wilcox playing a tough Tanca Verde team who got taken down by Tombstone last week. currently 4-2, ranked number 8th in 2A. So the Wilcox are going to try to catch a big win and squeeze themselves into the playoffs. And the Benson Bobcats right now applying a lot of pressure to the Santa Rita Eagles. And there's going to be 14 minutes, left in the halftime. And the ALA catching a win last night at home against Paradise Valley Christian Prep. And at one point in that game, they were down 24-8, and they come back and they win that game. And I can't remember the score, but I was at that game, and it's electric being at an ALA game because they're a new school. So many people from the community want to show up to show support for the Guardians. And so it's great to see everybody from Sierra Vista coming out, watching the ALA game. And it reminds me of Berean in their first year, when they would have the whole community coming out to watch their games on Thursday nights at home. And Berean had a bye week this week, had a bye week last week, and next week they're going to head on the road on Friday to go play Imagine Prep Superstition and try to advance to 4-2 on the season. And Daniel Pisano says that this game is over. And I believe it is, but the clock doesn't show it's over. But I think this game is completely over. This game isn't far from over at all. And this halftime is going to be brought to you by the Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. The Ed Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawely Automotive, serving our community in Cochise County. The Ed Morse Automotive Group, Sierra Vista, will be about supporting the community and giving you the best vehicle buying experience possible. We're committed to making a long-lasting, positive relationship with the community. Stop in today and experience the difference. The Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963. The Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Their new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. Physical therapy clinics in Bisbee and Douglas also provide the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. The Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, who's proud to sponsor our local youth sports coverage. Come into Sonic every Wednesday for Wacky Pack Wednesday, where kids' meals are only $2.49 with no limit. Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our #1 choice for pest control in Cochise County. Veteran owned and operated with your satisfaction, Mike's Guarantee. On Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all your landscaping needs. Serving Cochise County. Visit them on Facebook or call 520-456-8945. Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Sierra Vista Medical Group. When you experience an illness or injury, Sierra Vista Medical Group is here. We are doctors, nurses, and caregivers dedicated to getting you back to the community you love, dedicated to helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with a provider today. Visit svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. As well as Saguaro Air Solutions, LLC of Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Saguaro Air Solutions, a locally owned and operated company offering heating and cooling system servicing, repair, and replacement, plus certified duct cleanings. Call 520-699-4237 to learn about our limited time offer of $85 for furnace service, available during September and redeemable in October. Go to saguaroairsolutions.com. And if there are any updates from any of the games around Cochise County that we are currently streaming, or if you have any updates on Arizona high school football, put them in the chat so I can read them out loud and get a grasp of what's going on around Cochise County and what's going on around the state.
Go Cats.
And the announcer right now announcing that the Benson Bobcats game next week against the Catalina Magnet School, their game got moved to next Saturday as opposed to Friday. Next Saturday at 12 p.m., the Bobcats will be playing the Trojans in Benson on a rare Saturday game. And again, if anybody has any score updates from the games around the county, please put them in the chat. And the Bobcats
All right.
taking the field again.
Bobcats are coming out, getting ready to begin our second half. It's high school Friday night football.
And the Bobcats taking the field to get their stretches in before we kick off this second half. And the Bobcats on top, 49-0. And that's what the score will be. And I hope it doesn't change before the start of the second half, because I feel like that would be weird. But they're going to, I believe they get the ball to start the second half. So they're going to try to see what their offense can do. Once again, they've scored on every drive they've had in 4 plays or less. So that's been a theme throughout the night. So I'm going to see if it's going to be a theme throughout the entire game. And that would be pretty cool to see, to be honest. And they're going to get some extra time on the clock to warm up, I believe. Unless these referees are just ready to take the field and get out of here.
Eagles are under the head coach, Douglas.
And this second half is going to be brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. The Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawely Automotive Group, now serving Cochise County. Morse Automotive Group Vista will be about supporting the community and giving you the best vehicle buying experience possible. We're committed to making a long-lasting, positive relationship with the community. Stop in today and experience the difference. The Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963. The Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County, their new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. Physical therapy clinics in Bisbee and Douglas also provide the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today, 520-432-6435. The Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, proud to sponsor our local youth sports coverage. Come into Sonic every Wednesday for Wacky Pack Wednesday, where kids' meals are only $2.49 with no limit. Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our #1 choice for pest control in Cochise County. Veteran owned and operated with your satisfaction Mike's guarantee. On Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all your landscaping needs. Serving Cochise County. Visit them on Facebook or call 520-456-8945. And the Eagles are getting ready to kick the ball off here. And I'm going to continue to read off our wonderful sponsors. And this game will also be brought to you by the Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, Arizona, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Sierra Vista Medical Group. When you experience an illness or injury, Sierra Vista Medical Group is here. We're doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love, dedicated to helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with a provider today. Visit svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. And last but not least, Saguaro Air Solutions, LLC of Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Saguaro Air Solutions, a locally owned and operated company offering heating and cooling system servicing, repair and replacement, plus certified duct cleanings. Call 520-699-4237 to learn about our limited time offer of $85 for furnace service, available during September and redeemable in October. Go to SaguaroAirSolutions.com as Flint Davis is going to take a run down the middle. And excuse me, that will not be Flint Davis. That will be number 21, Renee Lorta, on the carry to pick up the first down for the Bobcats, who's letting their starters get some rest on the sideline. And this 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. And their quarterback rolling out. And he's going to find a receiver on the sideline. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds just into Eagle territory.
28, Tyler Russians with the reception.
And that's going to be number 28, Tyler Russian, with the reception. And then some. And they're going to mark this ball at the 43-yard line for the Bobcats. Now in Eagle territory. And this clock will be running throughout the entire second half. And this is going to be the third play of the drive. And they're going to hand it off to number 21 down the middle, Renee Lorda, who's going to break a tackle. And he's going to be down inside the 10-yard line. And he had some speed running down the middle. And I don't know if that looked quicker in the booth or up on top of the press box. But he had some wheels on that play. And I don't think I was fully ready for that. And this will be first and goal on the fourth play of the drive. We'll see if this theme continues, even with the starters out, of them scoring within 4 plays. And they're going to line up in their base formation flipped. And they're going to run it down the middle. And that's going to be the big number 55 for the Bobcats. In for the touchdown on the fourth play of the drive, Buchanan Garrett. And that's going to make the score 55-0 with 8 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And they're going to try to go for an extra point here. And this kicker has not missed one all night. And I hope he continues to make them, and I don't jinx him. And that's barely going to go in. Thank the Lord I did not jinx him. And that's going to make the score 56-0 for the Bobcats. Currently on top against the Santa Rita Eagles at home in Benson, Arizona. And this crowd clapping along to the fight song and the cheerleaders performing along with the fight song. As the Bobcats put another touchdown on the board. That's going to be their 8th touchdown of the night. And they're going to go ahead and try to kick this ball off again. And that touchdown will be brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community in Cochise County. And the Bobcats are going to kick this ball deep. Omar Wright back to field it, but he will let it roll out of bounds at the 15. And that's going to move this ball up. And the Eagles showed some hope last drive, getting a first down, but the clock expired for halftime. And they're going to have to score quickly a little bit if they want to try to score, because this clock is going to continue to run throughout this entire second half. And the quarterback will be bringing the play call into his team as they're getting ready to field this ball at the 40-yard line for the Eagles, still in Eagles territory. So the Bobcats do have a little bit of room to work with. And the Eagles are going to line up in their base formation, it looks like. Excuse me, they're going to have trips on the near side. So they changed a little bit up at halftime. So this will be 1st and 10 for the Santa Rita Eagles. And they're going to run a toss to the near side. And he's going to get wrapped up and swallowed up in the backfield by a swarm of defenders. And that's going to be a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 12 for the Eagles to start their second half with 5 minutes, 45 seconds left in this third quarter. And this is going to be 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. And they're going to try to get their second first down of the night on this drive. And the Bobcats defense has been playing lights out. They've given a little bit of a cushion for their defense to be able to make some errors, and they really haven't, to be honest. And that's going to be a toss to the far side. And he will be wrapped up behind the line or at the line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Eagles. And this clock will continue to run. So this third quarter seems like it's going by a little quick. And the Bobcats signaling money down. 3rd down is their money down. If you've ever been to a Benson High School football game, you will see everybody throwing up the money sign on 3rd down. And it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Eagles, getting their play call in. So hopefully they do not have to end this drive with a punt and go 3rd and 3 and out, excuse me. He's going to bring in this play call. A short, quick play call. So they're going to line up again in their base formation. And they're going to motion their slot. And the quarterback's going to roll out to pass, finding Omar Wright, and he's going to make a man miss and then get swallowed up on the sideline after getting a yard. And that's going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Eagles. And this is going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Eagles. Like I said before, they're going to have somebody else back to return for the Bobcats. That's going to be number 24, Jesse Pierce, for the Bobcats, back deep to return, in hopes that they punt the ball and they don't try to go for it here. And this Bobcats defense has been playing electric all night long, but I think the offense has been playing better. And I think this is more of a self-competition now to see which side of the ball can outplay which. And I don't really know, to be honest, now that I'm really putting it into perspective, which team has played, which side of the ball has played better tonight. The defense has only allowed 1 first down, and the offense has been scoring in less than 4 plays every drive. And that's going to go in and out of the hands of the receiver, who, if he would have caught that, his toes were drug. All he had to do was reel it in, and that's going to be incomplete. And that would have been a big first down in their first time in Benson territory all night long.
Great job, marching band. Good job, Cats.
And this will be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats offense, as their backups are going to take the field. I believe this is their 3rd string quarterback now. Number 12. Cohen Barney back to take the snap, and that's going to be a flag. And so this is going to be the first play of the drive. And that's going to be a legal procedure. 5-yard penalty against the Bobcats, and that's going to bring up 1st and 15 for the Bobcats. And they're going to take the snap, and he's going to throw a quick little flat route to the running back. And he's going to break a tackle, make a man miss, and then get tackled 1 yard short of the first down. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 1 for the Bobcats. And this is going to bring up the second play of the drive. And this ball is going to be marked at the 31. The 30, excuse me. This ball will be marked at the 30 for the Bobcats.
Ball's on the 30-yard line.
And that's going to be over the head of the quarterback. And he's going to get it. And he's going to find an open receiver on the sideline. Number 84 going down the sideline. He will score on a mishap. And that's going to be another touchdown for the Bobcats. That's number 84 for the Benson Bobcats. Julian Ramos getting the touchdown and running it in. And that's going to make the score 62-0 with 44 seconds left and running here in this third quarter, as that's going to probably be the last play of the third quarter, I believe. Excuse me, they still have the kickoff. That's going to really run down some time, and there probably will only be a few seconds left for this offense to take the field. And that kick will be up, and that kick will be good once again, and that's going to make the score 63-0 from Benson, Arizona. As your Benson Bobcats are on top of the Santa Rita Eagles. And excuse me, I was right. That will run out the rest of the third quarter clock. And so they're going to have to kick this ball off from the other side of the field, getting set up. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera up over here. The Benson Bobcats leading the Santa Rita Eagles 63-0 to start this fourth quarter football. A running clock going throughout the entire second half. So we won't see them put as many points as we will not see them put as many points up on the board as they did yesterday. Or in the first half, excuse me, I do not know why I said yesterday. In the first half. So right now they're up 63-0 to start the fourth quarter. And they're going to try to kick this ball deep once again. And this coach telling his backup team what to do.
Hope to see you there lining the parade route.
And the Benson Bobcats are going to be back to return. Excuse me, the Eagles are going to be back to return. The Bobcats are going to be kicking the ball off here to start this fourth quarter, as the Eagles return team will take the field.
Makaya Paldo, Desiree Abraham, Sienna Cheverria, Paige Fulcher, Dakota Todd, Josie Upshaw, Whitney Cambry, Amari Urbina.
And the Bobcats getting ready to kick the ball off here. And they're going to kick it deep once again, fielded by Omar Wright. Giving it a little tap to slow it down. And he's going to try to break it outside. And he's going to get swallowed up once again by a swarm of Benson defenders. Everybody for the Bobcats, 11 helmets on the ball. They're in for that special teams tackle. And the Bobcat defense will take the field once again, forcing 2 turnovers tonight, forcing a turnover on special teams to start the game. And this game has been all Bobcats applying the pressure to this offense and applying the pressure to the Eagles defense all night as well. And this will be 1st and 10 for the Santa Rita Eagles. And I am more than fairly confident that they're going to line up in the same formation we've seen them in all night. And that's exactly what it looks like they're going to do. There's going to be a run to the near side, and he's going to be swallowed up by number 22, getting first contact, and then number 40 coming to finish him off. And that's going to be a gain of 1. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Bobcats defense.
Abraham Figueroa. Go Abraham.
And the Eagles getting their play call in once again. The Bobcats defense getting ready to take on a Catalina team that made it a fairly close game versus Bisbee. And so they're going to really have to go in with a completely different mindset than maybe they went in this week. And they're going to really have to go to work this week and win another region game just like this one. And there's going to be a quarterback keeper down the middle, and he's going to fumble the ball, and Benson's going to pick it up. And that's going to be the Bobcats ball, taking it over in Eagles territory after forcing a fumble from the quarterback. And the Bobcats offense will take the field with 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game. Clock running. And they're going to go ahead and bring their play call in. bringing in a completely different quarterback than they had last drive, putting in number 5. Putting in number 5, Steven Deskins, the sophomore, to try to lead this offense to another score. On 1st and 10, and they will take over at the 30-yard line. The 31, excuse me. They will take over at the 31-yard line, and they will try to score again. And that snap will be over the head of the Bobcats. And the Eagles, I believe they're going to recover the fumble in Bobcat territory on a snap that went over the head of the Bobcats. And that's going to be their first offensive drive that's led to nothing, and it lasted one play. So the Bobcats defense will take the field once again, getting a one-play break, getting a quick little water break. And the Eagles offense is going to come onto the field again, trying to bounce back from the turnover last drive.
First down for the Eagles on the 47-yard line of the Bobcats.
And this will be 1st and 10 for the Santa Rita Eagles. We're going to look to score. They're in Benson territory now. Now they have some room to work with. Now they're closer than they've been for the rest of the night tonight. So they're going to try to score here. And they're going to line up 4 out wide. Motioning number 33 across. And they're going to run it with their quarterback down the middle again. And that's a big guy to try to take down in the middle. And they will do it. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. And once again, I don't have a name for the quarterback, although he is not listed on the roster. So I don't know his name, and I don't have any stats on him. So I don't know if he's been performing well or poorly in the last few games. And they will run this play, or this same formation once again. They've ran this formation all night long. And so the Bobcats defense is going to try to get another stop here. This 2nd and 6. And they're going to run it down the middle to number 44, I believe that is.
Hitting the wall of Bobcat tackler.
But he will gain what looks like 2 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. And they are moving the ball on this drive, and that's great to see late in the game. Having 0 points on the board, they're still not giving up, and they will continue to fight. And that's what they're really showing right now, that they will continue to fight until this whistle has blown on the last play of the game.
I want to remind everyone and the chain gang that next week's game is played at 12 o'clock on Saturday against Catalina.
And once again, like the announcer just said, Benson's game next week got moved to Saturday, so it will be at 12 p.m. against Catalina High School. And Santa Rita's quarterback going down the middle. And that will be a first down for the Eagles. Their second first down of the night, and they're marching down this field. And that ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line for the Eagles. And their quarterback bringing the play call in once again. This is going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Same formation. They're bread and butter here. And they're going to hand it off down the middle, and he's going to get stopped at the line. He's going to get stopped after getting a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. And this second down is going to be brought to you by the Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawely Automotive, now serving our community in Cochise County. Morse Automotive Group's here Vista will be about supporting the community and giving you the best vehicle buying experience possible. We're committed to making a long-lasting relationship with the community. Stop in today and experience the Morse Automotive Group difference.
It
is going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. with 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And I don't know what the play call was. I believe it was supposed to be a toss to my side. And the Bobcats just got there too quick for the offensive line to handle. And so it was a blown-up play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Eagles, who have been behind the sticks all night. And they finally got in front of them, and now they're behind them again.
3rd down, 12 for the Eagles.
And the Bobcats playing lights out tonight, currently on top 63-0 with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. And it's been quite the game for every one of the Bobcats offensive starters. Andrew Workman's been in the end zone. Flint Davis has been in the end zone. Dawson Judd has thrown touchdowns. This has been a real team effort for the Bobcats. The defense pulling their weight as well, only allowing one first down in the first half and one so far in this second half. And the special teams forcing some turnovers too. And he's going to run it down the middle, and he's going to pick up about 9. And that's going to bring up 4th and 3 for the Eagles. And I believe they might try to go for it here. And go ahead and try to get some points on the board with 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this ball game. And the quarterback going over to the sideline to get his play call. And they've been lining up in the same formation all night long. So hopefully they can make some changes like they've been doing. Change their play calls and customize them to what they see on this defensive side of the ball instead of just running the exact same plays. And that's what they've been doing all game. And now they're changing it up a little bit. Now they're showing a different kind of look with this quarterback running the ball down the middle as well. And it's making a difference with how many yards they're getting. And they're going to send number 33 into motion. And the quarterback is going to run. He's going to be brought down in the middle. And that's going to bring up Benson ball. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. And the Bobcats are going to take over with 1:50 left on the clock.
Brings up 1st down for the Bobcats. Gotta be careful with my time. So on October 19th, on Saturday, noon, the Bobcats will host the Catalina football team.
The Bobcats offense getting ready to take the field, and I believe they're going to just kneel out the rest of this clock and go ahead and celebrate their win, moving to, I believe, 4-1 in their region. So now they're making a real push for the playoffs here. And that's going to move Santa Rita down to 0-7 on the season.
Took an 8. I'd like to thank everyone for coming.
And the Bobcats
football game
are going to catch a win at home, 63-0 in a region game. Dawson Judd seeing the field again. Their starters seeing the field again right now just to kneel the clock out and go celebrate with the offense. And now the Bobcats will be lining up to go shake hands at the 50-yard line, as well as the Eagles lining up over there. And you can just tell the sheer size difference of these rosters. Benson has entire lineups sitting on the sideline, and the Eagles only have about 6 or 7 players on the sideline. So ultimately, roster will come down to winning you and losing you games, especially when you're playing a team that can bring in full lineups onto the field and change out their lineup whenever they want. And the Benson Bobcats are going to go over and talk to the Santa Rita Eagles and congratulate them on a great game. And that's going to make our final score from Benson, Arizona, 63-0. And this coverage is going to be brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community, the Ed Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawely Automotive, now serving Cochise County. The Ed Morse Automotive Group Sierra Vista will be about supporting the community and giving you the best vehicle buying experience possible. We are committed to making a long-lasting, positive relationship with the community. Stop in today and experience the difference. The Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, proud to support our athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963. The Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Their new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. physical therapy clinics in Bisbee and Douglas also provide the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. The Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, proud to sponsor our local youth sports coverage. Come into Sonic every Wednesday for Wacky Pack Wednesday, where kids' meals are only $2.49 with no limit. Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our #1 choice for pest control in Cochise County. Veteran owned and operated with your satisfaction, Mike's guarantee. On Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Grasshopper Landscaping. Quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all your landscaping needs. Serving Cochise County. Visit them on Facebook or call 520-456-8945. Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Now open Saturdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Sierra Vista Medical Group. When you experience an illness or injury, Sierra Vista Medical Group is here. We are doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love. Dedicated to helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with a provider today. Visit svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. And last but not least, Saguaro Air Solutions, LLC of Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Saguaro Air Solutions, a locally owned and operated company offering heating and cooling system servicing, repair, and replacement, plus certified duct cleanings. Call 520-699-4237 to learn about our limited time offer of $85 for furnace service available during September and redeemable in October. Go to saguaroairsolutions.com. And this is going to be Logan Seeley live with Cool FM from Benson, Arizona, as the Benson Bobcats take a 63-0 win against the Santa Rita Eagles at home. And next week they'll be taking on the Catalina High School Trojans at home at 12 p.m. on Saturday. And until next time, this is Logan Seeley with Cool FM Live.